Hello everyone and welcome to another Hallyu Season review. Today I am so happy to present to you Klask. This is a two-player game that is a lot of fun. It has taken our family by storm. Very enjoyable. It is the excitement of air hockey and foosball on a very nice portable size board, and using the power of magnets here to move your strikers, your striking pieces around, trying to hit this ball into your opponent's goal, but so much more than that. So let's go ahead and show you what comes in Klask here. The box is pretty substantial here. You'll see the reason for that is actually the board here that comes in. No need to put anything together. It comes put together as one unit here. And so this actually just slides right in the box. The box has a nice handle here. And so very nice quality components. So when we look at the components and what comes in the box here, you get this really nicely made wooden table here, and you can see that it's raised up, and you'll see the importance of that is we need to be able to move these little strikers around underneath. So the game comes with two of these strikers. So there's basically these cylinder magnets, and there's a sheet of stickers that it comes with that you can apply to here, so that it's a little bit smoother and so it won't scratch the board as much. So you have that here on these pieces as well. Let me show you that. And so each player will have one of those. They're very nice quality magnets and pieces there. The game also, when you set up, this is kind of a setup for the game here. You're going to each have one of those strikers. There are these little white magnets that you have here in the middle. And you can see that they're kind of, in this newer version, they're curved, and they're going to be start in the center here. So you're going to play with 3 of those, and there's little areas on the board that shows you how to set that up. There's these little plastic discs that come for scorekeeping. And so along this side of the board, you can see here some grooves in there for that. So if someone scores, you get a point. You just need to pull that and pull it over a little bump there. And it works really well. And the board itself is very nice. It's this blue piece here, and you can see that it's basically an indentation here for the different goals. And it's really pretty cool because it's kind of, think of like hockey, actual hockey, right? Where you can actually go behind the goal. And that becomes actually very important when you're moving this ball around, to be able to grab it behind there. But really, those are all the components, right? The game actually does come with, as well, a little bag to store all of these pieces. Everything fits in there nicely. They also give you a spare ball and a spare white magnet. As you can imagine, when things get heated and things are flying all over the place, the ball pops out, the white magnets pop out occasionally as well. So there are some included replacements, as well as some extra stickers as well. Okay, so what is Klask? So the instruction booklet, it comes with an instruction booklet as well in multiple languages. This is actually designed by this man here in Denmark. Really cool idea. He came up with this design and just kind of shared it locally with friends, and he ended up building over 3,000 games by hand in his garage. And it is such a fun game, and really simple rules as well. So really there's 4 different ways you can score. The first way that you can score here is by hitting the ball into your opponent's goal, and that will get you a point. If at any time you accidentally fall into your own goal, that's actually called the Klask, and that is a point for your opponent. The other ways that you can get goals, if you're moving around and you kind of lose control of your piece here, your striker, then your opponent gets a point for that. The other thing that makes this really, really cool is when you have these little white things in the middle, right? So you have this ball, it's going back and forth, and you might get one of these little white magnets attached to you. Obviously, if the ball goes in there, that's not good for you. Your opponent's going to get a point, and everything resets. Okay. To start out, the youngest player or the person who just the youngest player will start, and then from then on, whoever scored their opponent will go next, and they're going to serve from one of their 2 corners. And again, if you lose control, as long as you can get it back, you're good. As long as you can maintain control or regain control of your striker, you're okay. But the other thing you can do is if you end up with 2 of these little white magnets on you, your opponent's going to get a point as well. And that's really the what makes, I think, Klask here really brilliant. Without them, it would still be really, really fun, right? So the idea of just this nice little tabletop board that gives you kind of this feel of air hockey, just with a ball instead of a hockey puck, just by powered magnets. Really, really cool concept, great idea, lots and lots of fun to do that. But what makes it really interesting are these little white magnets, because as you're playing, you'll actually hit the ball, and one of the things, you can be aiming for the goal, but you could be hitting these over onto your opponent's side, and then your opponent has to protect his goal, but he's also trying to avoid these little white things, because if he gets 2 of those, you're going to get a point. And again, if multiple things happen kind of at once, you're just going to do whatever comes first. So if he had these 2 white on their striker before the ball fell in, that is who would score the point, and then everything is reset back to normal, back to the initial setup there. So, and that is Klask. Really, really fast, really fun. For the kids, for me and my wife, we've had little tournaments and everything. Playing Klask, we've really, really enjoyed it a lot. As you can see, it's very, very simple to teach. The components are great. Oh, I don't think I really showed you much. I can kind of turn this over. So there is a board in between, so you're not going to be able to go, this is about as far as you can go on your side, right? So this is as far as I can go, and the opponent as far as they can go. Now again, if for some reason you kind of lose control and they are able to get your striker there, they're going to get a point as well. So yeah, there is that little piece down there, and a very nice touch here. So the wood here, they have these nice little rubber pieces on the bottom of this, so that it is a very nice surface, doesn't slide around on the tabletop here. Really, really great quality stuff. I'm very, very impressed with Klask and the components and the quality there, but the gameplay is just so much fun. It's very fast, and the games go by pretty quick. But some games, you'll have someone and they'll just hit basically a hole-in-one, as we call it, where it just goes right in. But other times you're having this real kind of have to play around these white magnets, and you're trying to avoid those. But if you're too focused on these white magnets and avoiding those, it kind of leaves your goal open for your opponent to score that way. And so I'm just amazed at how simple the concept is, but how much is really going on. The white magnets really add a lot to the game. And so a lot of fun looking and playing, hitting the angles, hitting the white, the white little magnets across to your opponent's side. It's just really, really fun. I'll include on the end of this video some of the gameplay of my kids playing as well. You can see how some of that gameplay looks. And just very, very highly recommend Klask. I think it's around $50 for the 2-player version here. They do have a 4-player board, but I haven't had a chance to play that yet. Hopefully, maybe we'll get a chance to review that as well. But from my understanding of that one is that you would really need 4 players, or maybe you could do, 2 versus 1, but one person would have to control the magnets because they have their own zones as well. So that's really built for 4 players. I really, really enjoy this 2-player version of Klask, though. It's really great. There are some moments, the only kind of slow moments in the game really are if the ball kind of comes into the corner. It's a little bit slow kind of trying to get it out of there. But other than that, it is very, very fast paced, very quick. Really, really enjoy this one. I brought out Fast Track here. This is one that me and my daughter like to play a lot. She beats me like 96% of the time. And, this is another one that's just really, really, really fast paced, and you're trying to get rid of all of your opponents here. Really, really fun, but very kind of mono, like you're just going as fast as you can with that. Whereas Klask here, again, there's so much more kind of depth to this with the board and all of the magnets and everything. Really, really, really great. They also sell some replacement or spare parts as well. So nice to have those on hand, and great that they provide that as well. So highly recommend this. This is lots of fun and great for, the holidays coming up. I think this is definitely up there for one of the funnest games that we've had and moments we've had this year. And it's all thanks to Klask. So that is how Lou sees it, and we'll see you next time. You guys like this game?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yes. I get a point. Oh, my. Oh, bounced the man out. Oh. Yes! I win! What? There it did. Yes. Tie. So far. Yes. Yes. Which is, I don't know. Mm.